Three, two, one. Turn on the torch, light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am, along with Rene and Lauren. A little bit different, but it works. um, Thank you for showing up for those that are here. And if you have something to say, I do have the chat room up open so that if you want to say something, oh, I got it now. Turn off my. Oh, guess what? It didn't show off my singing career. Oh well. That's okay. Uh, we're live, and I had to turn off the volume on my chat, the live chat room, so that I can see what was going on. Otherwise, I hear it and then hear it again. Yeah, we just went through that with your machine. Anyway, tonight we're going to try to do of all things, a seahorse. And I've got some Mountain Dew bottle glass that I'm going to make into a seahorse. And it's actually got some of the silk screen letter going on it. So I'm just gonna let it happen and work it like that. I think to show you that yes, you can take it from that and make it into a finished piece. I was also working with it the other day. I was trying to do a little bass. It shattered. Anyway, let's go on and see what we can do from here. Let's light the torch. And come on. Fire, yeah, fire. I realized I have both the 10 liter per minute and the 5 liter per minute. I only need the 5 to do the soft glass, so I just turned off the 10. And now the flame's gonna get longer and stretched out, and then I'm gonna be able to adjust it. And again, with what I've got, I don't need heavy duty flame. So I'm trying to kick it down to practically nothing so that we're melting at the same speed and working the same type. You're using soft glass, and I'm going to use soft glass also. With mine, again, I'm going to start from scratch. This one, I guess, is this one in my left hand is not from scratch. Let's see if I can get this wrong way. And now, a little bit more center. This one in my left hand is a piece of glass that I had already melted down from Mountain Dew, and this my right hand is some Mountain Dew bottle glass that's still in the chunk form. You can actually see the edge of the bottle itself. It was the bottom rim, I think. Nope, there it went. It fell, and still. I'm using a Oro 20 at the moment, so it's not going to be as compatible to stick together, but it's still warm enough to do the job. Warming it in. I'm going to start warming the other one in a little bit. Now, with a seahorse, you're going to make basically a round ball, the main part of the body, and smash it slightly, make it a little bit more of a disc shape. And all you're going to do is put an elongated neck for the head and an elongated tail, and you got yourself a seahorse.
So you're making the center of the body first?
Yes. I always work. Think of it as reverse sculpture. Most of the time, you instead of taking a big rock or boulder and chipping away until you get the hand showing, and then chipping away and get the arm going there, and then chipping away until the body is there. You got to reverse sculpture. You got to start from a base or one standard part of it and work your way out from there. And the I guess you could say the main part of the body is a good place to start. Okay. Now, I've got this melting point going here. And believe it or not, I'm going to do this a little different. I just stretched it out towards the middle. And now I'm going to go like 1/4 of an inch into the center of this little piece that I've just stretched out. Right about there is where I'm going to go. And I'm going to make a little bit of a ball or a Maria, pressing it inward, but a round Maria, not a flat one. I think that's what they call it, where you press the glass in like so. Dyslexia and me are not the best. But again, there you go. And now you've got a head and a tail in the right direction. You just got to curve it a little bit. You got a main part of the body. Now you got to heat up the one end that's going to become the tail, and curve it around, heat, stretch. Just let gravity work for you. You don't have to do a lot of work with this thing. There you go. There's the bottom part.
What's the overall length?
Huh? What's that?
What's the overall length? What's the overall length to make what, 2 inches? Inch and a half?
The whole length, I would have to say, is about 1.5 inches overall length.
So we're working really small. I keep trying to make stuff too big.
Yes, your mind is very grand. You want it bigger than it actually, it's like TV stars. You look on TV and they look a little smaller, but once you get to see them in person, they're a little bit bigger. But also, yeah, you want to do it smaller. You can be in control of the glass a whole lot easier. What I've just done is I took some green glass and dotted all the way down the back of the tail, so like the bumps or the. And now I'm adding a bigger dot right in the very back of the main part of the body.
Right.
And that's going to be the main.
That's the right?
What's that?
That way doesn't mean the fin.
Yeah, that's the main fin. And now I'm going to switch hands. And I've got the. Now I'm going to heat up the other part that I stretched out of that piece of glass. And I'm going to curve it basically the same. You got sort of like an E shape or a W shape or a you're just stretching it out a little bit, letting it start to solidify a little bit, and then you start and pulling it and curving it. You don't have to really force the glass again. You let the glass tell you when it's ready to curve a little bit. Okay, now the head, I mentioned to you, but they didn't hear me, is basically an ice cream cone. And it's going to be an elongated ice cream cone, but that ice cream cone, if you learn how to do what's basically, you see that part, that's the ice cream part of an ice cream cone. You see that where the head is. And then you heat up and add a point.
Okay, so the ice cream cone is actually done in 2 parts. I've always been trying to do the stupid thing in 1 part, and it screws me up.
And see, now you pull that out, and then you got the ice cream. It's basically a very long ice cream cone. But that ice cream cone, again, you use it over and over and over again as you use it. In other words, it's one of what I call my alphabet of shapes. The ice cream cone, the shark fin is another one.
Yeah.
And you'll use the shapes over and over and over, like the flattening disc. You can turn into elephant ears or mice ears, or
right.
You do just a little bit less, and you got teddy bear ears. It's all in the amount that you use and the control that you have over the glass. And again, with the eyes, you have to stretch and pull them out way, way far from the body. You touch it too, make sure it's really well melted in well. Heat and pull. And again, you melt it in. These, I over-exaggerated. I'll have to admit, on these eyes, I over-exaggerated so that you could see the movement that I just did with it. But you can see.
Right. They don't have to be big eyes.
Yeah, they don't have to be that bulgy, but they are bulgy on the sides of the head. Now, I'm also going to do real quick a loop so that I can make this into a pendant form.
Right.
And I'm going to take the first bump and heat and seal that to the first bump that I made on the top of the head. And then I'm going to curve it over. And sometimes, instead of sealing it straight to the body, you can heat up and touch to the body and make your loop connection outside of from the body itself. That way you have a little bit more control sometimes in making the connection. If you can't, loop it over and just let it slump right, you can do what I just did, which is pull it out at one point and then pull it out to the other side and let it connect in the middle. And then all you got to do is just heat it up a little bit and lean it a little bit, and you got yourself a nice little loop that will hold through the test of time. And now the last but not least, I forgot about it, but I'm going to do one last thing. You're warming the body up again, the whole thing. You got to remember.
I never had luck with that at all.
What?
Reforming things. If I reform it, it's scattered.
Okay, now what I'm going to do real quick is play with that bigger bump that I made right there where it's nice and orange at the moment. And I'm going to press it outward for the back fin.
Right.
And I can put a little, I'm going to put a little bit of texture going on there from the tweezers itself. It's going to look pretty interesting. And where was that? I set down that, there it is. The other piece of green glass, the other piece of Mountain Dew. And now I'm going to heat up just the tip where you can see it nice and orange. And I'm going to touch and pull up just slightly on that side of it. And then touch on the bottom edge. And pull down. And there you go. And you've got completed. See what? Well, actually, I've got to tap it off at the bottom here. Let's pull it off. And there you go.
Yep, that's what I want to make.
Okay. So you're looking at about 1.5 inches. What size rods do you have available? We're going to get you on the main screen.
What's that? 4 millimeters?
What's that?
Looks like
No, that looks
looks like
5 or 6. Well,
it's big. It's pretty big.
it's a little thicker. That's okay. That'll be a good. You're going to make to save time and effort. You're going to put that end of it on a puente there. That end, and you're going to work on just like I did. You saw I had the puente out on one side, and then I just went about 1.5 inches in, and then melted that Maria, that round ball Maria going on. Yeah, warm that end good. That's been one of your problems in the past, girl.
Yeah.
When you think you've done it long enough, do it a little bit longer. Truly. How do you think that I can take that chunk of glass, and if I did that wrong, that piece of glass would be going all over the place. The stress would just literally make it explode. But you got
plenty on.
Yeah, that's good.
So now I'm going to make my gather like about 1 inch down, right, from the tip.
Yeah, about 1 inch.
Okay.
Just keep it warming, the whole thing, and get it to where it's starting to get pliable in your hand.
Ah, snapdragon.
That happened. Good recovery, by the way. Yeah, you don't need the flames. That's good.
Yeah, it's a little higher than I had it before.
breaking up some chunks of more Mountain Dew from the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah, that's got it going now. So I want to push this together from either end. Ah, looky there.
What?
I have a ball on my
That's what you're after. You believe in the hereafter, that's what you're after.
Okay, so now I've got a ball. See my ball?
Right, correct. Good. Very good.
Okay, now I want to start with the tail.
Yeah, you can do the tail. The tail is good. Just heat up, and you're going to start go about a quarter of an inch from that round ball that you just started, not near the edge of the ball, but about a quarter of an inch, and start heating up that little area. That's good. Now take it up. You see how it's become pliable? There you go. That's just about the curve that you need. Now go down further and pull that off.
Pull it off?
Yeah, that.
Oh, pull it off.
Pull a little bit beyond that curve point. Pull that to a point right there.
Okay.
You don't need it long. You just need that curvature look to it.
Right.
Now let's look at it.
Left side of the big lump there.
You can heat up and pull that whole lump right on out of it.
Okay.
Touch and pull. Not the whole lump, but just don't. Just
What do you want me to do?
Pull it off. Pull it to a sharper point from that ball that you just made there. You can do it with the tweezers, I guess, but I was thinking more like a punche, but that'll work. Heat it up, just the ball, and then touch the punte to it after to get it out of the flame loop. Warm it in a little bit more. Get it in this nice orange color, a little bit longer. There you go. Now take it out. Take it out. There you go. Control the glass. Don't let the glass control you.
Oh, I like that, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to put the dots on it. I want to
Yes,
put the dots on it.
You just
Yeah, do I keep
you
the
got
whole
some nice
thing?
color there. That's good. Just again, you're heating up both places. You're sealing that together well. So you want to make sure that you do orange to orange, but you're touching it to and pulling away with the punte really, or the stringer really quick, and making just a little stringer basically.
Ooh, look at that.
There you go. One dot at a time. You can do a half, 3 or 4 of them. One dot at a time. You're doing good.
Oh, and I'm supposed to put a gather on the ball, right? The gather on the ball is for the
Yeah, the main gather, but write it for the main fin, but you do that at the very last because you're going to be adding bumps on the other side of that thing very shortly. So you want to make sure you.
So I don't want to put the fin on right there.
You don't want to do the fin yet, but you want to do that main ball gather, yes. You know, just a lot thicker than what you've been doing for the bumps. Let's just put it that way.
Right. That's a lot. Okay, let's see how that works. That's still too much.
You can pull it off, heat it up, pull it off, or tweezer it off, whatever.
Still
Not all of
there.
it, leave some of it there.
Okay, so now I need
A punte down on the tail end.
Okay, so I'm going to use the same color black, so if I end up having to leave some behind, it's going to be another lump. So nice glow on this one. This is a little cooler. Pull it out. Let it cool.
Yeah.
I'm changing hands.
Which hand?
Okay, so that's what I've got so far. So now I want to do the curve again, right?
Yes. Facing curve again. But this one you want to do very narrow and a little bit more straight up and a little bit of a curve to it. You don't want to do the major curve. The major curve is where the tail would be whipping around a seaweed or whatever. So that's okay. But the head you want more in the right direction. I see the fire is becoming more of your friend. You're not as afraid of it either. Believe it or not, that's a psychological thing that we are born with. Be afraid of fire. But I look at it as just like you turn on the stove and start cooking up something in a fry pan, and you know that the results is going to be good, and you don't plan on burning yourself. You know where the tool is, you know where the heat is, and you use your tools and heat to make the creation of something in the fry pan. Same idea.
Fire is all about magic, dude.
All right.
History says the people who can work fire were the priests and the nobility of wherever they were. Because they could do magic.
For those that are watching in the chat room, it looks like we have 3 people watching at the moment. Welcome. If you have something to say, you can type in the chat room and say hi. And I am looking at it occasionally, time to time. So just say something and I will get to the question. I know that we don't have a lot of people. I mean, I'm trying to pay attention to the student, of course. But I do want you to know that I appreciate your comments and questions if you have one while we're working. There you go. Well, don't force it. Don't force it. Ease it out. That can be the ice cream cone part of it. It's a little bit big, but it'll work.
Yeah, let me round that in though.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit rounded. Surprised at how many people wanted to see me make the red tubing that I was working on in that last video I just put out.
I haven't had a chance to see that yet, Liz. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I've had more hits on that than I have on a lot of things in the last little while. I've actually got close to 100, well, it's in the 90s anyway. In less than a day.
And what was it that you made?
I did some red tubing. I actually took some tubing that was red. I mean rod, solid rod tubing, solid rod, and I made it into tubing.
Ooh, I like the way that came out.
Yeah, looking good.
Okay, so I want to put
the bumps.
I want to put, yeah. So heating it all up.
Keep it nice and warm. That's been another one of your problems. Is you think, oh, I can work on what I'm doing right now, and I don't have to worry about what I've already worked on. But you've got to keep it all comfy, cozy. If you're heating up one spot, not heating up another, it's going to snap right where you don't think so. You're using the same color dot matrix, or
I don't know what happened, but I lost my gather for my tube.
back.
So
Yeah, the big fin.
put
Don't worry
that
about
back
it.
on.
You'll be fine until
I'm not unhappy.
it might have come off, but that works because
It might have
the
popped
stress.
off.
The stress. You're not sealing. You gotta learn to seal better. Sealing is a very important part of blast line.
Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
I think
You got the dots. Did you do the eyes yet?
not quite. No, I'm not quite. I'm not quite caught up in it, but I'm almost there. Okay.
Good. No problem. I'm not yelling at you. Do you hear me yell?
Woo! I got that a little hot. Okay. So before I get too far down the road, I want to go ahead and put just this little bit of a stringer on that I can work with. So I've been working on those veils on those fishing ornaments, you know?
Yeah. And again, the answer to your question was that if you bring out the two edges and then seal it up at the top, you don't have to worry about sometimes where it doesn't want to work together. Looks like you're getting the hang of it, no?
Oh, I have a veil on the keyboard.
Yeah.
See if I can do something with that pen.
See, now the coolest thing is people will be able to recognize that without any trouble. People that didn't know what you were doing. You know what I mean?
Yep, I totally get that.
And if you could do that, then you know
Okay.
you're in the right
We want to
direction.
put some eyes on this bad boy.
Okay, now that's, again, it's basically what you've been doing for the dots on the back, but you're going to do it a little longer and a little thinner, and then let it draw into itself. The fun part about putting eyes on something is making sure that they are across from each other on the body and with the head itself.
As if they don't wrap around the nose. Holy crap. Well, guess what? She's got a nose hole, too.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's one of those gentle things. Sorry about that. It's still fixable, I believe, isn't it? Hi, Amber. I'm glad to see that you're there. That's fine, Amber. I know that I just wanted to call and wish you a happy birthday. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
Hey, Luke, check it out. I've made a seahorse with eyes, nose, tail, and fire polish.
And just think about it. Just think about it for future reference. A little bit more arms and legs, and you got yourself a dragon.
Or carousel horse.
Or a carousel horse. You're getting there. In other words, you just got to remember some things and the steps that you're learning now.
Holy crap, I made a seahorse! Oh my god, do you remember when I couldn't even make a freaking journal?
Yep. But
Sorry.
you know what? No. You're learning and you're becoming more patient with what you're doing.
I'm not letting something that I unexpected derail me from continuing my piece. That's exciting. That's a really hard problem for me because I get that sinking sensation down the center of me, and it disrupts my ability to work.
And your frustration. And again, also what you've been doing is you're making your your environment more comfortable for you to work in instead of you working stressfully
You
in
know
your
what?
environment.
God bless him. That's been all my husband. 100%. He's just really great about fixing this up for me.
And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'll put it on the big screen here real quick. I'm just sitting here playing with the glass and just letting it flow.
You're funny.
Literally.
I'm good
That's
at making up.
sometimes that's one of your assignments for this week. So, sometime this week, I want you to just sit at the flame, not have anything in mind to do, but just sit there and stretch, pull, twist, turn, and just make something. Just even an abstract, and just make sure it stands up. I used to do that. I used to love to make little tiny art abstract thinking and just shape it funny or make a very interesting looking, like almost like a piece of coral that a mermaid could go on later or something. And then from that, see, now that could stand up just by itself as is. Let me see if I can just, you can also see another thing that I've been playing with lately. I don't know why Halloween, why I would be doing that Halloween, but it came out that way. That's the best detailed one that I've done so far, and it's the biggest one that I've done so far.
That skull that you did?
Yeah, that's gold.
That skull is pretty amazing, dude.
And it's Illuminati.
I saw that. Oh my god. Go up the jellyfish.
Yes, I did get some Illuminati, and I am going to work on those things too. I've got a whole list of things that I want to get to this weekend. But yeah, you see there, it just sort of sits. It's nothing really in just an abstract ribbon of glass. It's nothing overly majorly something. It just is. And sometimes just let your imagination flow and just not really say I'm going to make it into a seahorse, not make it into a dragon or whatever, but just work with the glass. Just let your mind flow with it and just play. Because just like a little kid learning to play, once they learn, they grow from that and they turn it into, better things later on. Anyway, is Lauren ready for a lesson?
I don't know. I'll have to let him do it. Lawrence said his legs are killing him and he's just not going to be able to do it tonight.
I'll understand that. That's great. Amber. Yeah, Amber's saying she made her first glass dolphin this last year.
Nice.
To try another different figurine. So, and that was when she was here the last time. The shed is now in the backyard, Amber, and it's in a better location. And I don't know why I feel very comfortable back here now. I don't know why. I guess the stress of being close to the street or something. But now that it's in the backyard, the shed's in the backyard, it's a lot easier. I don't know why, and I feel like it. One of my original work sheds on this property was in this location, and it was beyond repair. But I guess some of my creativity or energy that was there before is still here. So I'm looking forward to really making it a good glass studio again. Amber, do you have a request that you would like to see me make? Right now, we've got a little bit of time. Or even you, Crazy for Glass, if you've got an idea or question or something you'd like to see me make real quick, if I've got it, if it's like a 3 or 4 minute thing, I can get both of them done.
If they don't, I'd like a cat head.
You want a what?
Cat head.
CAT? Why not a whole cat? Why stop at a head?
Okay.
That's what I could do. Amber, you want to see me make a snake? Well, cobra it is. How's that sound? I'll see what I can come up with real quick. See if I can get my torch going. See if I can get my torch going again. I got it right there. I cheat. Oh! That was a little bit louder. A little bit of feedback. Good thing I got a wrestler on there. Snake it is. Cobra it is. Let's see what I can. Come on. Come on. Stop that. This. Maybe now. Let's give it a try again. Clear the line a little bit. There we go. This is going to be made out of and I'll send it to you. Illuminati.
Hey.
Glow in the dark, well, glow in the black light.
Holy crap! I just busted. All right, let's make another seahorse. I did not have a good cold weld.
That can be a problem at times.
Oh well. So, you're making snakes?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you make a snake.
Snakes are fun. You know, I thought they would be so simple that people wouldn't want them, but people like snakes. Probably even a little Illuminati snake would. I'll think about making one of those, putting it on Facebook and see if anybody salutes it and wants to buy it.
So you see this monster piece of amber rod that I've got?
What?
I took a chunk off of it and made this much smaller rod.
Right. That's fine.
That's what I'm going to make my snake out of.
Okay. Now, I usually do a little bit of an S curve for the tail, like so. Almost like a rattlesnake, but not quite. Rattler, you know, they sort of curve up into a round ball or round, and then have it to where it can strike. But my snakes, I try to just give it, you know, a little bit of an S curve going on for the main part of the body, and then the cobra, of course. Cobra. Here we go. I'm just bringing it. And when I do a curve, instead of pulling upwards on a curve, I let gravity work for me, sort of let it go down, and then twist it forward. You see that? And it's a little curve, but it works. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make this for my little daughter, an extra birthday present, and then I'm going to. Do you have a request there, Crazy for you? Crazy for glass, excuse me, not crazy for you. Oh, you wanted a cat. Yeah, I can do all three of these things real quick here. That's one of the things I miss about having a live audience is the spontaneity of saying, what would you like to see done? And then they say it within 3 to 4 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes. Boom, I could have it done for them.
Okay, so once I've got the S curve done, then I need to make like a gather.
Not really a gather, just heat up and stretch out the neck from the other part. Well, actually, you're using a little bit thicker rod, aren't you?
I'm using super soft, and I think I'm going to need some glass for the head.
I am going to make this a little bit more interesting. Just a little. If it can work. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll see. Not going to really work too much more into the actual flare of the snake or the cobra head, but I'm going to, if I can find it, whistle it might jump on me. Yeah.
This is 104.
Huh?
I can use these creatures for the guys. Let's use blue and green. What? Yeah, you're right. I thought.
There we go. It may not show up very well, but I'm going to put it on here anyway. The other day I ordered a thing of shorts from North Star, a 5-pound bag of shorts. And in the 5-pound bag of shorts, there was these clear looking rods. But I knew better than to know, well, I knew better than knowing that they wouldn't just put clear rod in with the shorts at North Star. The clear, practically clear looking rod is actually what they call Lucy, which is also
I told you.
black light reactive. So I'm going to give this snake, Lucy eyes. And I should probably do it to the fake eyes too, but no, I'm just going to give that little bit of, not much to it, just that. Let's see how good I've got the center of gravity going on this snake here. I'm going to warm it all up a little bit per a little bit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Give me just a sec. And your snake, you don't have to do the cobra wing tips on it if you don't want to. You can just make it up and sort of standing there and just put a clumpy arrowhead looking thing on the top end and you're good to go.
I just made a compliment.
There you go. Like I said, you don't have to do that. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Ready to pounce and everything. Okay. Cat. Cats are fun. I do cats sitting down, laying on their back, playing with their tail, or almost like the position like the Sphinx. But I think I'm going to do the laying on its back, playing with its tail. Thanks, Crazy. I appreciate your input saying that that's a cool looking snake. I will have a picture of it later on melting memory page with the black light going on it, so you can see what it actually looks like. Now again, a cat is the basic, simple parts of the body, and you're getting closer than you think, girl, Rene, to actually learning any animal that you want to do. You are very close. This seahorse proves it, and you just got to not look at it as a seahorse, but the main part of a body. You add a leg here and another leg there, and add this there, and boom, you got a cat instead of a seahorse. You just got to learn to combine all of some of these talents that you're getting and put it all together. Okay? Make sense? All right. I better make sure that I put that, let that cool, that clear piece. It looks clear, but it's the Lucy, and I want to put that back in the bag. I've got those in a special bag to make sure that they don't get just screwed on my table. And with my luck,
half my clear glass ends up at the party.
Yeah, with my luck, it would it would become something else. Okay, here we go. Uh, my cat, I'm now going to add, where I'm holding it is going to be the tail to the cat. Okay, now I'm going to add the head to the cat. Just basically add another big round ball, a little bit forward, about a quarter of the size or maybe even a third of the size of what you made for the body. Okay? Then you, I usually do the ears next. I touch and pull and then pull out. It's a fold and pull, but a little bit different. And my fold and pull, if you understand it, fold over and pull up. And that's basically what I'm doing to do these ears here. Okay? That was a little bit clearer than when I was trying to explain it. It came out a little. That one, I kind of like it. So I'm going to try to do here on the other side. There we go. Now, the nose. Now, basically with the nose, all I do is just touch in the middle of the face, pull out, and then pull up. And it gives it sort of like a little, it's not a perfect cat nose, but it's a representation of a cat nose. Now the eyes, I'm going to do, I've got some cobalt blue, and blue is a good color for eyes, green is a good color for eyes, and if you want to do a mean looking cat, you can do red or black or, your choices. But I usually do blue eyes for cats, and I do, when I'm making it for somebody, I will usually ask them, I'll say, do you want blue, green, black, red, what color eyes? And then they give you a request for a color you don't have. It's like, oh, please. I didn't say that color. I said blue, green, black, or red. Come on.
Amen. Oh, come on now.
Okay, now, the legs, I attach to the main part of the body, and these are basically going to just curve up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just sort of, just paw, like they're pawing at something, and you'll see what they're going to be pawing at in just a little bit. And again, the next one. Okay, here we go. Of course, you need to do 4 legs. Now the front 2 legs, I just basically straight and a little bit of a curve going on. But the back legs, I try to do that, what I call the L-shaped leg, because that's the way cats' back legs are. They point backward, and then you heat it up and let it cool a little bit, and you'll go at a 90-degree angle, and then you'll heat it up about a little bit beyond that 90-degree angle and pull it out. And then you got one curved leg there. I mean, not curved leg, the L-shaped leg, as you can see. And then next, another L-shaped leg, same idea. You heat it up, seal it to the body, pull it out a little bit, let it cool, bend it over, bend it at that 90 again a little bit, go just beyond it, and pull it off. Now I'm going to reposition these legs just a little bit, going a little bit further upwards towards the center of the body. Again, you'll see what's going on in just a second. It all comes together in just one brief moment. That's going to be the base for the sitting of the cat, where I just pressed. Yeah, I'm going to do a cold weld here at the top of the head. Switch sides. And I'm going to heat up about, I'd say, 1/4 to 1/2 inch of that tail, or where the tail was. Going on. And. sort of let it curve. You let it curve around. Needs to heat up and curve some more. Oop, I swung it around and it attached itself to one of the paws. No big deal. Now I call this cat laying on its back, playing with its tail.
Now I was gonna put a bail on mine, but it fell off.
Oh, your
Everything
cat?
else looks good stuff.
Oh, your
My little brown cat.
Cool.
Little brown cat.
You're getting
Holy
better.
crap.
Uh-oh. I've created a monster. She's not gonna eat, she's not gonna sleep, she's gonna just create glass.
I just want to do glass, okay?
What? Okay. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We got one cobra and one kitty. And with that, let's see if we can get it to sit. Oh, come on. I've got to heat up the back just a little bit more. It's not quite strong, stern face, but we're going to get it that way. Right where the base is going to be, or the flatness is going to happen, I'm going to heat up just the back part of the back. And press. And you got one cat laying on its back, playing with its tail. The cat is so cute. Yeah, it usually is. My kitty's that way. They're perfectly nice looking. Anyway, with that, giving you some feed for thought, and also you created something you didn't think you wanted to do, but you didn't think it was going to come out that great, right?
No, absolutely not. I have struggled with that seahorse and struggled and struggled and struggled. It's like the hummingbird. And my hummingbird still kind of suck, but at least they look like birds. That's the first seahorse I've got done that I really, really like.
You're turning, I would say, corners, and you're getting past that one wall that has frustrated you forever. And you're
It really has.
You're again, two things I think would really become a strong point for you is you're not afraid of the flame anymore. You have been afraid of the flame. You've been afraid.
I will admit, when I started out, I was terrified. I told Warren I had no desire to mess with tiny life balls to death. None. I didn't want to do this at all. And then I saw your video, and I was like, okay, I'm in. I can overcome this here.
See,
but man, it's a real bitch.
Yeah, a lot of people are afraid of the flame, and they try to, they'll have this, it's like writing with a pencil. You got this pencil, and usually with a pencil you go as close to the end so that you get a very good control that you can with what you're writing down. But give a person a piece of glass, and they're like, here's where they're working, and they're way down here trying to control that thing. But they don't understand that glass is not a good conductor of heat, so you can hold it about halfway or even closer sometimes, depending upon whether you're using a big flame or a small flame, and you can work right with that glass without getting burned. And once you get over that, oh, it's not going to burn me, I can do things with this, then you're set. And that's one of the things.
Well, yeah.
That is the biggest thing that you have overcome is your fear of the flame. And the other one is, I don't know, it's just, again, you're making yourself more comfortable with your surroundings instead of your surroundings more comfortable. I mean, you're more relaxed with your area instead of stressing out your body and trying to work the glass. You're relaxing your body, and more energy can go into the glass.
Yep.
So you make your environment less stressful, and more energy can go into what you're doing. Anyway.
But on top of all of that, Lou, yeah. I'm because I've got more experience now. I mean, we've been working now for what, 2 months?
Yeah, about that.
Not that. And uh, because I have, I've probably got 30 pieces under my belt now. Not all of them made it. Not all of them survived. Not all of them are good. But I've made them.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing is just sitting down and working the last. And once I got that concept down where I just, whether I'm online with you or I'm working with Lauren or I'm just sitting here by, that's the big thing I was really afraid of was working the glass alone. I was terrified of hurting myself, or I'm not a loner. Lots of glass blowers are like, you know, basement dwellers that live in their mom's house and introverts. You know,
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
you're talking to the wrong circles. There's lady bead lovers that have their own home and just a little shop on the side in the garage that's making beads for beads for courage and stuff like that, and other things just continually just something to keep themselves happy. I mean, there's lots of different genres. The other one that I found the other day.
I had a very I don't know, jaundice view, and but I was afraid of doing this by myself, and I had to get over that. And once I got over that and was able to start working the class by myself, that's when I really started to see improvement.
Yeah, it's more comfortable with what you're doing. Again, those two things
Yeah.
make the biggest difference. Um, and it will, and it's only up from here. I mean, you've made leaps and leaps and leaps and leaps and bounds.
That makes me happy to hear you say that. Really, that's what.
Well, okay, get a gold star and lick it, stick it on your forehead for the day.
Oh my God.
Well,
You know your dad was just full of crap.
yeah, she knows it. She knows I'm crazy.
That's awesome.
She's lived with that responsibility since she was a young kid, knowing that her father is crazy too. Anyway, with that, people, I think we're gonna stop the live chat, and I'm thankful that people showed up, and I love you, Amber, and I'm glad that you're watching, and I'll box those up, and either you might get them for Christmas or whatever, because that's coming up soon too. So until later, people. Thanks for watching, and for those that watch it later, I hope you get something out of these lessons like I have. I'm enjoying it immensely. It's a energy flow feeling like no other. Again, thank you, and as always, enjoy your day.